If you're a college student or a working professional, I'm sure you know about Notion. Now let's talk about how to build a workspace using Notion, because if you're a college student and a working professional, you need a system that work behind you and make your all thing quite simpler. In this video, I will tell you how my workspace look alike. This video will be step-by-step guide toward Notion, and I'm assuring you that if you watch this video till end, you'll get to learn how to use Notion, how to build a workspace. So make sure you watch this video till the end. My name is Harsh and you're watching the HarshWise. We are here to help you to become more productive and proactive. Now, if you can see my screen here, I have the HarshWise all over the system and workspace is open here. So my team and me all are connected on this workspace, and we all are managing like what content are going and what we are making and what are the places we are available. So if you look here, you will see I have a code added for like all over the team. For the team, I have added a code here that is we have just started, but it doesn't mean we can't do it. So I have a code here which actually motivates us. Okay, what we have to do now. I haven't mentioned all the links related to my socials, like whatever we are building, and everything is on here. Then we have some design content, then inspiration. Like if we have any inspiration video or if we have some inspiration for designs, I will add here. If you have followed on Instagram, you know that we are posting some carousels. So if you haven't followed us, make sure you follow us. Now content ideas, if we have any content ideas, then recordings. If I have any recorded video, I will drop in the drive and I will give the access to the editors. Now there are some scripts for the reels and the short videos, so you can get access to that. Now we have a content board where we actually put all the video ideas here, where everything which we are making is actually mentioned here. And whatever we have, if we have made that video, we will put it in recorded section, then we will put it in the edited if it get edited. Now after publishing it, we will mention it here. Now we have some schedules for our content, which actually doesn't go according to what we actually want. So we always try some new steps and new schedules for us. So this is not permanent. Also, there's some guide to chat GPT which actually I found on internet, and I want my team to use it, so I mentioned it here so that my team can access it. Now also there's a thing that do think that don't scale by Paul Graham. I actually found it through written, and I thought my team should also know about this, so that I have mentioned it here. Now guys, it is my workspace. Now let's talk about how to build your own workspace. Now for that, you have to go toward the private section and you have to click plus, and when you click plus, it will go towards a new page. Now you have to make sure that you don't create a workspace like this, because it actually costs you money. I don't want you to get into that trap, and I would just want you to get the free version of Notion so that you don't have to pay for any single thing. Now if you're making a workspace, I will mentioning you that let's call it sample. Now you don't have to follow any template, because Notion have a lot of templates which you can use, and if you want to use any template, just go here and you will get access to a lot of templates are there which you can go and take and use it. These are quite good. You can use any template if you want, but I will just go straight toward the simplest method to make workspace. Notion works through commands. So whatever the command you have to give, you have to just click a backspace, and then you will get some option like you can add a block. So there are multiple blocks, but you have to just go straight towards adding two columns. So when you add a two column, you will get access to two. See, you can click and add pages. When you click on page, it will actually take you towards a new page which you can name it as. Let's suppose you are someone who is building it for, let's suppose you are making an archive. Each and every time when you need to make a page, just click slash and write page. You will get an access towards the page. And that page is actually quite similar to what you are making in the previous, which we call sample workspace. These both are same, but these are interlinked. Now we call it this untitled page, as we'll work toward making and organizing everything. So see, you have access to two columns here. Now we have to add a little bit more pages. This could be your tools, this could be learnings. Okay, so these are some your go through pages which you can add to make it quite, handful for you. Now let's make a database. A database is the place where you can actually add your every data and you can work on that. So click slash and you can just write database. You have to just make sure that you use database inline, now database full page, because you don't have to make a full page database. So just click on inline and you can create multiple blocks after your database. See, if you create a database full page, it will look like this. Let me just delete it. And if I create database full page, it will look like this. And see, you will get access to the database on a new page, not on the exact page, but I want you to create this database on that page. That's why we are using database inline. And when you use database inline, it actually help you to create a database. Let's suppose I create database for my videos. This is called a table like database. So you can change the view of this database according to your need. Let's suppose I like this database called timeline, or you can create it as a board view. A board, this is the view I use for my own thing. If you remember, if I show you the HarshWise, you remember that my workspace look like this. It has a board and I call it content board. Let's suppose you are making a sample workspace. If we get back, see, this is look like a board view. Now you can create a new view that is called timeline. You can create a calendar. See, if you're someone who believe on making work like a in work like a calendar in a process. Let's suppose today is 20 August. So if I click here, I will make it. Let's suppose my first work is working on uh, uh, what is it? Workspace, working on workspace. This could be my first work, let's suppose. See, it will mentioning on here. Let's suppose today is 21, then you can create a new work. All your work will be work like that. Okay, you have added this work on this date, you have added this work on this date, and you can just manage it. Up, guys, you can see it up. Let's suppose we call it our yearly database, whatever you love to call it, just do it that. Okay, now also, if you have mentioned and anything which you work like a no thing. Okay, if you go here and I just delete, select and just delete. So if you go on calendar, you will not get this option of no date. Okay, so if you believe on working on date like thing, okay, you can assign your team like, okay, today is date. On this day you have to create a page, and on that page you can mention the thing. Okay, if you're someone, and let's suppose you're someone who believe, if you're someone who is working like, okay, you have a daily work and you want to just document your journey, or if you want to document like what I did today, what I did on the next day, what I will do on the next day and next day and next day, you can create a new page, but just by clicking a plus. If you click on plus, it will create a new page. And see, you can create multiple pages on this day. If I click another plus, it will create a new page, and if I click one other plus, it will click a new page. See, there are 4 pages. If I click another plus, it will create a 5 pages. And see, you guys can literally delete it by right clicking. I'm using Mac, so I will click, double click, and that work you can use it. Now I think I have covered pages and database. Now let's talk about how to create a table. See, table and database are different, because in table you cannot create a new page. You can enter the data, but and tables are actually work like your Excel. So yeah, so table look like this, but you can just tweak it by making it a header row. Making a header row. See, now this header row will actually look like a different little bit. And now when you go on the right side, you will get a plus icon, which you by which you can multiple, you can add rows. Now if I mention the name as socials, since just because I have a content media brand, I will mention socials, then number of audience, and then upload schedule, and then links. Let's suppose links, and the last one which we can add is link, and the last one could be anything like maybe just remove. If you want to remove this, you have to just go on this 6 dotted section and you have to just click it and you have to just delete it. Okay, now the social number one is Instagram, and the another one is Facebook. We are recently making ourselves active on Facebook as well. Instagram, Facebook, then Twitter, which is now called as X. On Instagram, we have right now 1,050 followers. Facebook, I guess, one, and Twitter, we have 90 followers. Our upload schedule is not defined yet, so I will ask my manager like how he's. I will ask my assistant about that, and then I will mention it here. You can increase the size of your every block. Let's suppose you added a table here, and you are now feeling like you want to add a text above your table, like your table that could be a heading. This is called H1 and heading 1, and let's suppose my heading would be table 1, and now I want to add this table 1 above my table. So I will do is, see, there is a 6 button. I will just hover my mouse and just click, and it is now above to my table. Now I want to add a database above my yearly database. Now I will another add database. See, your headings are really very important. I'm going to tell you why. I want to another add text that could be intro section. Just click. H1, and then we will write it as uh, intro, and just take, I think I am actually giving you the clear things which you can understand. Now I had created a page on 21st August, and I wanted to like list down things what I'm going to talk about. So I will click H1, that could be intro part of the video, or we just call it intro. In intro I am focusing on, then another H1, that could be, this is when you click here you will get an option, ask AI delete duplicate turn into, turn page into. Now I want to turn it into not H1 but into toggle H1. Now, toggle H1 is little different than normal H1. H1 is just a text. Toggle H1 is actually create a toggle for you so that you can access things like this. And when you click on this triangle, it actually just turn. It will just rotate. And what it actually gives you an access towards a new thing. Like if I want to add a table here, I could directly add a table. And when I click on this triangle, it actually hide the things inside the intro. It actually make things a little bit, you can say, not glittery. Let's suppose I want to add all these things into toggle. I will just click here, turn into toggle H1. Now everything, all the pages which are actually you can see here are a part of intro toggle H1. Everything is organized. And let's suppose I want to add database, convert it into toggle H1. So I will just go on toggle H1. Now my database look like a toggle, and now I will drag my whole database inside the database, and see when I click database, everything is now hidden. And see, it makes your workspace quite simpler, not overwhelming. See, this is my table 1. I will convert it into toggle H1. Then I will see, you directly can see your table, your database, your intro, everything is now confined into a toggle, which you can access when you need them. Now let's talk about H2. H2 is another heading which you can create. Let's suppose my name intro of, or we can say upload default. Like see, I have some default thing for my videos, so I could add here, and I can directly convert into toggle H2. See, everything like hello, my name is Harsh is actually here, and it also a part of toggle H2. And guys, I'm just going to talk about a new thing, that is a summary, or you can say a content. There is another thing that is called summary or table of content. And if I drag it up, let's suppose your database not look like toggles, and it look like normal H1. It look like I just convert them into not toggle H1 to directly H1, and just let me just convert into toggle, not toggle, but just an H1. So now my database is quite big. It have a lot of things. And guys, another thing I forget to add here is that if I want to add to-do list, like, okay, let's talk about to-do list as well, because I think I'm forgetting that. Let's add a new H1, that could be my to-do list. And guys, I will suggest you to create a page for to-do list here. Like when I told you about this thing, you should create a page for it, and it makes things quite, not complex, make it quite simpler, and it will be very easy to access. Okay, that could be very easy if I create to do for it. But just because I'm telling you like how to use this content thing, it is like some, let's, have you ever seen a book? Every book have a table of content, like on this page you will find this, on this page you'll find this. These actually help you to access that. Okay, now I added a to do, and I just wanted to tell you the importance of to do. Like to do lists are very easy to use in Notion, and whenever you enter any data, like make a video, and when you click enter, this will create another to do list which you can write, read a page. And guys, believe me, I'm reading this book called Do Epic Shit, which is which is here. So yeah, that's why I'm adding here. Now if I click another enter, it will create another to do list. But let's suppose I am just done with to dos, just click another enter and your to do will be removed. And then if I go above, you can see every heading which you have created. Intro, which is one heading, then database, another heading, table number 1, another heading, upload default, another heading, to-do list, another heading. But let's suppose I created a new, let's suppose H3, done to do. Let's suppose I'm done with making a video, because I'm making a video. I will just drag it down and see to-do list, done to do. When you create a different headings, it will actually arrange thing like that. In intro, if I add something called H2, which will be video scripts, and in video scripts I have another H3 that could be recorded video. I will suggest you to create database for that. I'm just telling you just because I have to explain things. Recorded videos, H3 videos to be not recorded easily, and I will create a page here. You have created multiple pages here. Now, when you go above, you can see directly intro, video script, recorded videos, everything is aligned, are ordered in the way that they look like a collection like thing. And now let's talk about the superpower of this workspace. When you click here, share, and when you click invite, when you change the invite only to anyone with the link, you will directly send this link your members, or you can invite your teammates. Let's suppose I want to add the HarshWise, add the member of it. I can directly give him full access, can edit, can comment, and can view. You can adjust your access for them, and you can directly invite them here. So when I click invite, it will send a mail to him. See, successfully invited the harshwise@gmail.com. So guys, this was the process to make a workspace. I hope you love it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit the like button and make sure you subscribe the channel. I want to add one thing here, that Notion have a lot of features, like literally a lot of features. I talk about the things which are easy to use, which you can use according to your purpose. So guys, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you love it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will meet you in the next video. Watch this video to understand how to learn faster and better, which maybe your teachers are not telling you. Maybe your teachers don't know about this.